Hello and welcome. In this module, we'll cover real-world application of BI. That is, I will guide you and show you some of the creatively made visualization and dashboards, reports, and stories in which you learn how and ways in which BI can be used to present data in the real-world application. Let us start by Googling Tableau visits. This is a website dedicated to Tableau visualization, and this is done by Tableau. This is the website I'm talking about. Let's click on this and open this on a new tab. Each of these is a simple representation of visualization, and we look at different types of visualization, in this case done by different people. There are three that I would like us to go through together because they will show us the power of Tableau. That is, power Tableau has on visualization and the representation of data. Let's begin with this one. I'm interested in this because it has geographical representation of data. As you can see, this is US Higher Education Institute with data analytics programs by Kevin Wee. We can view this in a more detailed way. This is just a simple representation of the data stated. There you go. We have a visualization. In total, we have 88 higher education institutes, including colleges and universities across 32 states and the capital of the US. These universities offer data analytical programs. According to the developer or the analyst who created this, here I present the location of these institutes via a dot map of the lower 48 US. And we have this is basically simple information about the visualization, and this is done by Kevin Wee. And you can see we can select specific areas. That is, we can select specific areas, and on selecting these, we have the information about this. For example, let's select this Moravian University. You will note that these changes. We have Moravian University in Pennsylvania. Institute by award offered, we have a doctoral degree, a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, associate degree, postmasters, and all these others, and the number of certificates awarded. Then we have institute by campus setting. We have 53 institutes that have campuses in city. We have 3 in suburbs and 17 in towns. This is basically university information about this institute. That is Moravian University. We can change to any other university by clicking on it, and you'll notice that this information changes. Some of the charts are drastically changed, while others remain the same. We can also select on this side of the country, and there we go. We have the information represented that way. This is just a single dashboard. We don't have a secondary dashboard. We don't have any other information, but just this. And you'll notice that the title of this chart is well represented, US Higher Education Institutes with data analytics programs, and it's separated, and the visualizations are well done. That's the first representation I would like us to review, and I would encourage you to review some of these and see how this is done. Then let's look at another one. This is a finance dashboard, and this is quite interesting because of the information that is presented and the entire design of the dashboard. That we can check or select the date we are interested in. For example, let's change this to, let's say, August of 2023, and see if this changes. You'll notice now that the gauge has changed and the total amount has changed. We can change this to May and notice any changes. There we go. The month-to-month date is, we have a budget of 1.1 million and the expenditure is 1.16 million. However, in cases where the budget, the expenses are more than the budget, we can see that this changes, even the color and the representation changes. In this case, the expenses exceeded the budget by 0.1%. This means that the entire amount budgeted was used. Let's see November 2023, and let's see about February 2023. And you can also see that we have sales, subsidiary sales and services. Let's see this for the worst. And these sales are represented in months. Basically, here we have the overview of that is the information about this visualization or dashboard. Let's go to the next dashboard. We have 2 pages in this dashboard. In this case, we are representing the data, months to date, and we have the actual budget, we have the actual spending, we have the budget, and then the variance. And then year to date, we have the actual, we have the budget, and we have the variance. You'll notice that we have negative variance in this case. We can also work with the budget, and in this case, work with the budget. And we have cost per center, and the statistics about on these are illustrated. We can go back to the first dashboard and change the month. Let's change these to, let's say, September of 2022. We have these combo boxes where you can select years and months of this data. Then let's go back to this, and you'll notice we have a lot of changes in this case. We can select specific months, and we see the information for those specific. I believe this is a perfect representation of a dashboard that has all the features that are required for a financial dashboard. Note that different departments may require different types of dashboards. And then let's look at another real-world application. And this one, I was interested in 2 of these. There is this, we have that, and we have this done by Wang, the airplane company, about their sales and their predictions. We have overview, and note that this is a simple story given by the company. We have the GDP, we have the traffic, we have the fleet, we have deliveries and market value of the company. And below that, we have a simple bar chart, that is a column chart, and a pie chart representing information about the world deliveries. We have the market value. Then at the bottom, we have another chart representing total feet, that is major delivery will provide capacity for industry growth. And we also have this. This is the first chart, which is the global overview. We have the regional tool, who presents a better map in which we can select which regions that we are interested in. There we go. We have Africa. The GDP is 3.5%, and the market value is 180 billion for the company. And the traffic is 5.5% with 1220 deliveries. We have Africa fleet by category. These are the categories of the plane by the company. And we have representation of that is, we have regional traffic flow based on the data provided. We have 1% to Southern America, 4% to Northern America, 41% to Europe, 29% to Asia, and 1% to Australia. That's basically what this chart means. Then we can change this and select CIS. These are deliveries. And you'll notice that we have 30% to this region, and another 30% to this region, and 40% to that region. Let's now check on Europe. The total market value of the company in the European market is 1.1 trillion. The GDP is 1.7%, and in each year we have 75-30 deliveries. And this is an interesting visualization. The air traffic is from Europe, 18% goes to the North America, 10% to South America, 32% to Europe, 8% to Africa. We have 15% to the Middle East. We have 80% to South Asia, and 80% to China, and 3% to Northeastern Asia. That's the simple representation of the data. Let's now look at China. We have information about the Chinese market. The market value is 1.085 trillion. This accounts for 4.9% of the GDP, 6% of air traffic, and we have 7240 deliveries made. This is basic information, and you'll notice after selecting each, we have filters enabled in this case, and specific information is displayed. Let's remove that, and you'll notice that the air traffic from China is as follows. We have 12% to Southeast Asia. We have 10% to North America. We have 5% to China, Oceania. Then we have 58% of the traffic goes back to China, and we have 5% back to North Asia. Then let's look at another region. We have all these regions, but let's focus on North America now, which has the following information. The market value is 1.04 trillion, which accounts for 2.1% of the GDP, and 8640 deliveries are made in this country. Then we have all these other information, and the distribution of this air traffic is shown in this chart. That's it. And then we have air traffic flow. In this case, you can see air traffic from 2016 to 2036. We can select specific year, that is either 2016 or 2036. Notice that 2036 is a prediction, and 2016 is the actual numbers. Let's select that, and we'll notice that this changes. We have the routes, and the expected, this is the compound annual growth rate in those specific routes. Let's see Europe. We can see the CSA region. We can see the North American region. This is basically a simple representation of data. That is air traffic flow and changes in growth. The final chart is simple representation of the airplane market sector. Let's look at these and these. We have this is a visual representation by KPMG. Unfortunately, actually, this is a story. Let's look at it. This is a KPMG story. Although it's not in English, let's just review this. We have the first slide, then this is the information. I think this is some kind of a report. Then after the first story, we have the second, then the third story. You can see now the data, the information is growing bit by bit. Now in our third story, we have the analytics part. That is, we have the charts, we have the maps, and all this information. Basically, this is a financial report. Then let's go to the fourth story. We have this, we have a map, we have the automotive industry, we have the chemical and pharmaceuticals, we have consumer market, energy, we have financial services, and all these other services. And this is just a simple representation of this data. We have weighted average cost of capital, that is WACC. This is a financial report. And you can see that these values changes depending on the location or the region that we select. Then we have that, and we also have this. Basically, what I'm trying to show is that these stories are well organized, and we are moving step by step. After that, let's also look at this, another KPMG report. Let's see what this is about. This is about, it's a finance, human resource, production, and supply chain. And we can also select this. That's not what I expected. And let's see if we can get another report. Let's also look at social media performance. This is a chart that is a dashboard on social media performance. Let's look at this. The information is clear and straight to the point. We have the overall Twitter or X performance from September 23rd. The number of impressions is 1.09 million. We have a chart representing this from January. Then we have the number of comments, we have retweets, we have likes, and post interaction. We have this. We can see these changes as we select specific entry. We have also interaction by time. This is a well done chart. As you can see, we have all these KPI, that key performance indicators. Then we can move to a financial report about this. Let's see if it changes. Yeah, we have CPC, cost per click by segment. We have all these. Segment E has the highest. Then we have click rate over time by post. We have all these, and we have the average CPM. Then we have post tweet details. We have content. We have segment. We have likes. We have comments, and so forth. Then we also have an opportunity to change this from current month to year to a single year. Then that's the information. Then let's look at other settings that we can change. We can change the setting from black to white, that is, by clicking on that. There we go. We have white. Now, basically what this chart represents represent information and a lot of customization, such as changing the color of the screen and such. This customization are important in some cases, but for now, let's just work with making sure that the report represents the correct data without too much customization. Remember that too much customization, and remember that customization in some cases can lead to confusion by the users of these charts. Therefore, it's always important to make sure the customization we are including is direct to the point and as it's supposed to be. This was the real-world presentation of Tableau dashboards and Tableau business intelligence. In our next lesson, we'll look at a representation of real-world data using Power BI.